Today on the workshelf I've got something that's a bit different. I've got a PSIO, or according to the pronunciation by the original creator. Now you may ask, what is a PSIO? Well, if you've ever heard of a R4 card, which are commonly used on Nintendo DS's, or an EverDrive, which it can be used on anywhere from a Sega to a NES to an N64, then that will give you a good idea what this device is capable of. With the PSIO, you're able to plug that into the back of a parallel port on an original PS1, and from there you're able to load bin files or ISOs onto a SD card, and from there it's able to load directly off the SD card on the PlayStation. The one used in this video here was pre-ordered by myself, and I received it, I believe it was late 2017 if I remember correctly. The developer has upped the packaging on the newer versions that are coming out, which is the same as this, but overall I do like the packaging. This is a simple brown, nothing wrong with it. And inside the box we have the PSIO itself, a relatively useful instruction manual with a few how-tos. All of which is in English. Another thing to note, on the developer's website, he has extremely good how-to guides which cover most bases. This little device here is the second part that you need with the PSIO. This here is a little internal switching board which enables the PSIO to function as if it was the CD-ROM inside the device. Now here's a quick fast forward of a teardown of the PS1 that the PSIO has been used on, which I fast forward up to the actual board itself where you can see the switchboard inside of it, which if you hold on for a second we'll get there. And here we are. As you can see, the switchboard's installed underneath the main board, which if you've ever done mod chip installations on them, you'll be able to suss it out and should be able to do it. On the website there's a lot of diagrams on there for all different revisions of the board. From here I've got the PSIO hooked up to my PS1, which is then connected to a Elgato capture device to my laptop. From here on out I'll let it play. I'll be quiet for about 2 minutes while the whole intro plays out. One thing I've also done with this is I've applied some updated firmware, which my PSIO's basically sat around for probably about 6 to 8 months not getting used, and since that time there's been quite a few updates. So from here on out I've just let it do the updates. I do stuff up a couple of times with it. It applies the update, but then afterwards it wants that removed off the SD card, which you'll soon see. Happens twice. But from there I end up getting to the main menu and can choose what to load from there. At this point in time I've got the music muted on here, but normally you have the background theme playing. I do try quite a few of the different games here, but most of them don't load, as I've got the PAL version and I have the US version of the game on there. And from here I'm just having a bit of a jump around in the actual settings of the menu, just to show you what you can do. As you can see here, it mentioned region, and you can disable and enable quite a few different settings, which is quite cool. Then after a little bit of tinkering I did discover that the European games I've got on here, one of them is Spyro, so I'll just simply load that up as a demonstration from here. But overall the game played just fine. Couldn't really fault the running speed of it or the loading speed. All seemed to be on par with the disc itself in good condition. So from here on out I'll catch you later.
Okay, rolling.
Oh, it's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds.
And just a little bit of more bonus footage. This is just flicking between the menus as I was trying to discover which games on here were actually the PAL region or European, which I discovered to my disappointment. The Tony Hawks I've got on there, 1 and 2, are both US, both play but don't actually, or both play audio but don't produce any picture. So a little bit disappointing, but with the right regioned games on the PlayStation, it would go just fine. So yeah, this is the PSIO. Catch you later.